Acting like a wife while I'm a girlfriend so he knows he can put a ring on it is crazy. Ladies, please don't do this. Why would you literally give a man a reason to marry you that involves you being a housekeeper?
You guys, do you think cooking, cleaning, doing this duty, sweeping, mopping, and all of that, do you think it's gonna get you a ring from your boyfriend? Because there's this lady that posted on her page, she was arranging, cleaning, and she said, I am acting like a wife, but I'm a girlfriend because I want him to see me acting like a wife so he can put a ring on it. So do you think her doing all of that for a man is going to get her a ring? Let's have a conversation down in the comment section while we watch these videos. Then we'll come back and discuss.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher.
Making this video because somebody gotta say this. Somebody has to say this, and it is not said enough. It is not said enough. Women who are girlfriends, or sometimes don't even have a status. They're a situationship to that man. They never claimed her as a girlfriend. And they go ahead and cook, clean, homemake, have their kids. Over there being a whole baby mama to this guy who couldn't even say that you're his girlfriend. He couldn't even go buy you a ring. Not even a ring. And we are not talking about a natural diamond, $20,000. No. A few $100 something. He can even propose to you with a diamond ring. He can even call you his fiancé, and you went there and acted like a wife and had his kids, and now you're freaking stuck. Now you're stuck. Now he's never gonna marry you because men don't think like that. They preserve energy.
Acting like a wife while I'm a girlfriend so he knows he can put a ring on it is crazy. Ladies, please don't do this. Why would you literally give a man a reason to marry you that involves you being a housekeeper? Let's break this down, because a lot of young women do this, and then when they get older they turn into those like bitter wives on the internet, constantly bombarding our piece with videos of like their husband's stuff laying all over the house, how he doesn't pick up his sock, he doesn't like put anything in the laundry basket, he puts it next to it. That's what you're signing up for when you do this, by the way. And it's like all fun and cute the first few years, but if like legitimately this is your value proposition, don't be surprised later on in life when you are being treated like a housekeeper and nothing else. All the responsibility of the household, the children, and everything else is on you. I feel like that goes right over a lot of women's heads, and it's like, no, but if that's the value proposition, then just don't be surprised when the man treats you like a robot maid. And this is genuinely why a lot of marriages are miserable, because women think that this kind of behavior is going to make a man love you. But men have been taught to use women and benefit off their labor their whole life. So this is not going to make a man love you. This is going to make a man marry you for his own convenience. It will have nothing to do with you, and it will have nothing to do with your personality or him actually wanting to make your life better. He's going to look at you and think, oh, she makes my life better, I'd better lock that down. But that's now your job for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, I can't find the post now because I didn't like save it, but there was so many comments on that post being like, don't listen to these bitter old women in the comments, like, this is how I got my ring and da-da-da. And it's like, no, that's kind of the point, is like, if that's how you got your ring, that's how you're gonna lose it, right? And also the whole idea of like acting like a wife and it being like cleaning the house and like vacuuming and stuff like that is exactly what's holding us back from redefining the institution of marriage into like a normal thing, and instead of a patriarchal chokehold that it is. Because when you base your own value on this, that's the kind of men you're gonna attract, right? So you have to redefine what your value is as a woman and like not bring anything to that relationship that you're not willing to do for the rest of your life. You can bring being yourself to the table. You can act like yourself. Then he will know if he can put a ring on it or not. Chase your dreams. Be selfish. Don't live your life for him. Because if you're living your life for him and he puts a ring on it, that's the expectation. That's what he's wanting to lock in. Old bitter women are just trying to warn you of that. They're trying to warn you that, by the way, if you marry a guy and this is the basis of your marriage or relationship or whatever, well, when you have a baby, your house is going to look like a pigsty. When you have like a serious health condition, he's just going to leave you because you're not acting like a wife anymore. It's easy to act like a wife when you're young, full of energy, you haven't had kids, you haven't had any health issues, you haven't been through like deaths in the family or having to take care of your elderly, declining parents. Like none of that has happened. So it's really fun to like play house. But once again, if this is the reason that a man is like, yes, I want to marry her, like she's wifey material, that's a cruel joke that you're playing on yourself. And men are taught to chase that. Men are taught to pursue that. Men are taught that that's a good thing. And if you think you're like gonna miss out on a man if you don't do this stuff, like that's not missing out on a man. That's dodging a bullet. That's a good thing. If you're like, if I don't do this stuff, he's not going to marry me. God forbid you don't end up married to a selfish patriarchal man. Instead of doing this, you need to put yourself first, or you will end up being one of those, bitter divorced women trying to warn other women and they're not going to listen to you. Volunteering all of this like emotional labor and life force for free is going to bite you in the ass eventually. And I'm not just saying that as like a feminist or whatever. I promise you this will turn into bitterness and resentment, because this is exactly the type of socialization that we're trying to undo and that men are fighting really, really hard against, because they benefit from the patriarchy. And so by doing this, you help to support the outdated institutions that made your grandmother, your great-grandmother, and possibly even your mother fucking miserable in their marriages because they felt like a servant and not a partner. Trying to earn love like a promotion, like trying to earn marriage like it's a promotion, is stupid, because being a wife is not a job. Being someone's partner, it's a status. It's indicative of y'all building a life together. It should be indicative of the fact that like of common goals, or maybe you're just ready to support each other's goals no matter what they are. You're not going to be able to do that if you're the only one that's doing all of the labor, the emotional, physical, mental labor. Like you've just signed up to support a man no matter what. Like you're bending over backwards to let a man know that you'll do everything and you'll support him no matter what. You'll give of yourself so that he can benefit from the traditional, wifey setup. So at the end of the day, acting like a wife while you're a girlfriend is a trap. It teaches women to overfunction and men to underfunction, and then we keep getting stuck in the same cycle where both people end up resenting each other. Not to mention, it reinforces patriarchal dynamics and reinforces the idea that women have to serve everybody but themselves in order to be valued, in order to be shown love, in order to be considered like a part of somebody's life, especially of a man's life. It's like you have to give of yourself, otherwise he's not even going to think about it. That's not the man you want to marry. Hold your standards, set your boundaries, and stop being pick-me's. I'm begging you, this is pick-me behavior. You shouldn't need to earn love like it's a performance. You shouldn't need to bend over backwards for a man to be able to see your value. He should be able to see your value from you just being yourself, and honestly even just from you being what our society would consider selfish as a woman. A man should enjoy that. If you want to have like a long-lasting marriage, a man should enjoy you being yourself and like achieving your goals and chasing your dreams. If all he enjoys is this, then he's a loser. Stay safe out there.
Hi guys, I just wanted to come on here and talk about a video that I posted. It has over 1 million views and has like 200,000 likes, and there's a lot of arguments going on in the comments. My video says, acting like a wife while I'm a girlfriend so he knows he can put a ring on it. The reason why I did this is because I saw the trend where the girlfriends would walk up with like a shirt in their hand and then drop it and walk away, because they would be like realizing I'm acting like a wife on a girlfriend's salary. Some people might have, thought beyond me making a 5-second clip, which is fine. Everybody has their own things to say. A lot of the comments are saying you're like his maid, you're his mother. That's not true. My boyfriend cooks for me. My boyfriend also cleans up after me. My boyfriend works very hard and I love my boyfriend, so when I go to his room and I see clean clothes in the dryer, I grab it because I just want to do that for him. Same thing when he comes to my house.
Moral of the story is, if you love somebody, do the things that you love for them or with them, and it doesn't have to be an expectation.
When it comes to a man saying that a woman is a wife material, or you're a woman that I can take home to my mama, most of the time when they're talking about wife material is when they see you do a wifely duty as a girlfriend? Aside from the other room, that is Smex, the wifely duty that I'm talking about is cooking, cleaning, arranging, doing like everything, almost everything a wife does, or even a maid does in the house, right? So if you are doing that as a girlfriend, they see you as this person is going to take care of me when we get married. So I believe if you do all of that, if you want to get a ring, you definitely get a ring. But do you think that way is the right way for you to get a ring from a man? Because now I already see you as you clean, you cook. When he drops a clothes somewhere, before he comes back, you've arranged it. Before he comes back from work, you have cooked, you have cleaned, the house is packed clean. You wash the dishes, like you wash his clothes. You've not married, he has not married you. You're doing everything. If he marries you, do you know you're going to do times two of what you're doing? Like it's not going to be useless because most men marry women that want to that can clean after them. They marry women when they feel like, when I come back from home, there's no food. I need a woman in this house to cook for me. But now you're a girlfriend and they left you at home and they went to work. Before they come back, everything is clean and all. See, they're not going to stress themselves to do anything again. And of course, I know she's going to defend her boyfriend. That was the last clip. She's saying that, yeah, her boyfriend loves her and he also cleans or he also cooks for her sometimes and he washes clothes. She just picks it up sometimes and all that. I know she's going to defend the man and she's saying it to be like, if you really like somebody, you will help them to do some things and all of that. We're not saying don't help or don't clear a space when you feel like you want to. But you made a video that this is what you're doing because you already have something you want in mind and you want him to see you as a wife. Why are you acting as a wife when you're just a girlfriend? Why are you promoting yourself when you're still on a particular level? If you want to be a wife by force by fire, let him take you to that position before you start acting like one. Enjoy your membership, your girlfriend membership first before you switch to wife membership because you will regret why you switched to wife even while you're still a girlfriend. Because I don't see the joy in it that you are just being a maid for a man. He only needs you. And do you know the funniest part? Anytime his house is messed up, even though he doesn't really like you, he's going to call you over because he knows that he can get anything he wants to get from you. You're going to clean, you're going to cook, you're going to do everything for him for free because yeah, you want to be the wife, you want to get a ring. I believe she's going to get a ring. You see, getting that ring, she's going to get that ring. But then, is it worth it? At the end of the day, it's not. Do you think she's going to get the ring after being a wife or doing wifely duties as a girlfriend? Do you think women that do this will still eventually get the ring from the man? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mariah Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.